Good morning. Welcome to Path to Balance. This morning, we're going to do a gentle lymphatic flow. So let's get started. Bring your feet hips width distance. Let your arms hang naturally at your sides. And start by just gently rotating the body side to side. Turning the shoulders, looking over each shoulder side to side. Letting the arms naturally flow out, stimulating the front of the body, stimulating the back of the body, bending the knees. This wakes up the whole entire body. Opening all of the energetic channels through. And then release and come back to center. Next, we're going to balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain. We're going to do that by shifting the weight over into one leg, lift the other leg, and then move the opposite arm across the body. So it's going to look like this. Yes. Just like this. You can bring the knees up a little bit higher, get a little fancy with it. Or you can just keep your kicks kind of low. Do what feels good in your body today. No pressure to be more or do more. We're just trying to wake up the body, get things flowing and moving. You can do a combo if you want. A little high knee, a little low knee. It's all good. And then release, come back to center. Perfect. Next, we're going to pull the heavens down. So let's take a nice breath up. And then reaching up, so I'm step back so you can see my hands. All we're gonna do is pull one hand down. And as you do that, bend your knees. We're gonna pump back up, and then we're gonna pull the other one down. Yeah, so we're bending the knees as we pull an arm down, rising up as we connect palm to palm. And then just shifting it up. Perfect. Is opening all of the lymphatic channels of the body from the tips of the fingers all the way to the tips of the toes, and just moving energy through all of the major joints of the body, pumping into the inguinal region here at the tops of the legs, right? That's where you get a lot of flow of lymph coming through the hips. In the axillary region, underneath the armpits, right? So we're pumping all that lymph too, while we're reaching up and pulling energy down from the heavens. And then release. Let's come back to center and just shake out your arms a little bit. And then from here, we're going to do some sundials. So I like to keep my feet hips width distance. You can bring your feet together if you prefer. So hips width distance, we're going to take the arms up, grab your opposite wrist, pull your arm across the body, get a big side body stretch here. And release, come back to center, and then just let your arms down. Shake it out. And then we'll do that again. We're going to take the arms up. Big breath in as we do. Big breath out as we lean to the side. And then release. Back to center. You can drop your hands and just swing them out. All right. And then next, we're just gonna shake. Shake, 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 shake. Nice body shake here. So I'm bouncing my knees. Feel that connection with the mat, or squeeze the mat with your toes as we're shaking, shake, shake, shake. Maybe you want to suck your navel in, pull your navel to your spine. Take a big breath in and let it out. Nice and choppy like. It kind of feels good. All right, perfect. You should feel pretty well woken up by now. All right, so let's do some neck rolls to get the lymph pumped through the neck. I like to start with doing some simple looking over your shoulder. So it looks like this. We're just going to look to the left, right, and then back the other way. And you can feel, as you're looking over your shoulder, you can feel the neck squeezing and stretching. This action is, of course, pumping the lymphatics through the neck. And about 1/3 of your lymph nodes actually reside between the back of your head and the top of your clavicle. So lots of lymphatics run through this area. So not a bad idea to get them moving when we can. And then release, come to center. This time, we're gonna do some neck rolls. So let's drop our chin to the chest and then just move one ear to a shoulder. And then we're going to just draw that semicircle with the bottom of the chin all the way over, ear to shoulder. And just kind of keep that going. If you find some bits in your neck that feel a little tender, you feel like you need to spend a little more time in that area, feel free to do so. And then we'll bring the chin to center and bring the head up. Perfect. Let's roll our shoulders back and down. Stand up nice and tall. Pull the navel in. I know my posture starts to go a little bit when I'm doing these exercises. Next, we're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears. And then all you're going to do is pump the neck side to side. And this pumps the lymphatics through the sides of the neck. Lots of lymph nodes in there, so we're just helping them drain by doing little gentle pumping massage action. Let's release the shoulders down. And then let's do it again. Let's bring it up. I know it kind of feels funny. Probably looks funny too. But I'm closing my eyes, so I encourage you to do that too. And then release. All right, let's take the arms up for a big breath in. Breath out. Perfect. Next, arm circles. So take the arms out. I'm gonna make fist with my hands so you can see here, just in case my hands go out of the frame of the video. And then we're gonna start by making little circles. I'm going to the back first. Backwards circles. With each rotation, make your circle just a little bit bigger until you get these big, big circles all the way. And let's make one big circle all the way around, and then let it out. Take the arms out again. This time we're going to the front, moving your circles towards the front of the room. And then each rotation gets a little bigger. I'm using my knees to help me, because even though this seems like such a simple movement, it actually starts to burn a little bit. I hope that's not just me. And then make a really big circle, our last one. Boom, all right. And then let it out. And then from here, we're going to do some wrist circles. So we're going to take the hands out, and then we're just going to bring your hands up, palms flat out, and start making circles with the wrists like that. Okay, you can see, you can spread the fingers as you go as well. Just add in a little flavor. All right, and then stop. Let your arms down and just give your shoulders a rest. Shake out your hands. This time go the opposite direction. So I went to the front first, just because that was the easy way. I'm gonna go to the back this time. Woo, that is intense, right? Let's shake it out. All right. Next, interlace the fingers in front of the heart. Get a nice, solid, wide stance with your feet. And all we're gonna do is pull. I'm gonna kind of tuck my hips in. I'm gonna pull my navel in and just get real strong. So we're targeting the back body this time. So think you're pulling with those big muscles of the upper back. And then take the hands up over the head and pull again. And then take the hands behind the head and pull again. Sweet. Bring it up and just shake it out. And then we'll do that again. This time we're going to switch the grip up. So I started this way last time. So starting in front of the heart, pull, pull, pull. Those fingers like you're trying to pull your hands away from one another. Targeting those big muscles of the upper back. And then we're going to take the hands up overhead. And again, pulling. And then bring the hands behind the head. And then do it again. So you can see how it targets different parts of the back and the muscles of the back. And then release. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Let's take a breath in and breath out. Now sway back and forth. So I'm going to bend over, and so when you bend over, just, make sure your knees are bent, right? So this isn't, we're challenging our balance a little bit, but keep your eyes open and just sway back and forth. Maybe you just shift your weight between foot to foot. Notice your breath. This feels pretty good, so I could probably hang out and do this all day. Now, come to center, because we got to get out of this. And we want to take our time. So bend your knees, and then we're going to just roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the head up last. Roll your shoulders back and down. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to do hip figure eights. Okay. Take a staggered stance and just roll one hip and then back. Sort of this figure eights. Now remember, as kids doing hula hoops, right? And so I started with my left foot forward, and maybe you started with your right foot forward, or just notice which foot is in front. And when we switch, we're gonna just switch it up. I think it's easier to do it with one leg forward. You can kind of bring your legs to the side and or side to side and just kind of keep that motion going. And then step one foot forward. But really, this is just to bring movement and flexibility into the hips. So many of us sit for long periods of time during the day just because work, or, you know, maybe we have some mobility issues. So this is a good way to just bring blood flow and attention awareness, lymphatic flow through the hip region. All right, okay. And then from here, we're going to do our lunges. So we're gonna work on our thigh strength, okay? So if you need to, you can place your fingertips on a wall, right? So let's do backward lunges. So let's start. I'm gonna shift my weight into my left leg and then just step back with the right leg and then just come back up. And then we'll do that again. Yeah, if you can take your fingertips off the wall, do. Just put your hands, and I always like to focus my eyes on one spot, and that'll help you find your balance. So just pick a spot. I picked a little spot on the carpet, and just stay focused. I've lost count, so that isn't good. But we'll just do 3 more on each side. 1, that was 1, and 1, 2, and 2, and 3, and 3. Perfect. So from here, let's take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And they say laughter is the best medicine. So with me, I'm gonna start it. Let's just have a little laugh together. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed your 20-minute lymphatic class today. So have a wonderful day and stay